It was great to see him get 30-odd minutes.
35, yeah.
35 minutes. There's a real swagger to him.
Yeah.
But it's a confident...
Quite a brave coaching decision. It would be very tempting to say this guy's very young, very raw. I want Ross Byrne to come on and finish the job off.
They obviously see something in him.
Yeah.
But and we see it in him too. But what pleased me most about him was his square running to the line. He's not afraid to play flat on the line. He stays square, and he chooses the right option more often than not. I think his ceiling is enormous. I think there's a huge amount of potential to him, that he could be Ireland's long-term number 10.
Okay. Matt, you'll know this. Sorry,
you
that the tens that work out in the long run and that hold the jersey for years, they make you pick them.
Yeah,
like they come in and they think everyone else is rubbish and they've got big egos. And you look at O'Gara when he came in for Humphreys. He's like, didn't rate Humphreys. He was like, get out of here, you're finished, you're too old. Sexton came in and he was like, Gara's no good, he's too old, he's finished, out. And you make them pick it. And listen, Sexton did the same thing with Felipe. Felipe was like world-class player and he was like, I don't rate him.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that, listen, Jack certainly would rate Sexton, but he would have been thinking the same thing about Ross Byrne. He's going, no, listen, Ross Byrne isn't at the same level as me. And that's what you want. You want someone to take the jersey and say, it's mine.
I agree with you completely what you said, and I think he is the future. And I know people didn't like what I said about him, and that's not fair, because I think he is the future, and I think he's going to have the 10 jersey for a long term. I am very concerned about him coming on in the last 10 in a big game. I just don't think he's got the miles under his belt just yet. That doesn't mean I don't think he's a good player. It doesn't mean I don't think he can get there. But, he missed touch from his own try line. He did a lot of the good things right, but you just can't do that. You can't do that in the last 10 minutes of a semi-final or a quarter-final against New Zealand. How many times have you seen New Zealand sides? As an Australian, I know this. They're beaten. We've got them beaten with 10 to go, and there's a bad kick. Bang, you lose the game. That's what they're like. You've got it. That last 20 minutes, you've got to be perfect. If you're not perfect, you don't take a restart, they'll score. If you miss touch, they'll score. So he's going to learn a lot about that, and I get why Andy's picking him, but he's got to find his touch. He's got to make the good decisions, and he's got to be more in control than he has been in that last game. Would you
pick him, Matt, then?
No, I wouldn't. I've said that, and it's not that I don't believe in him. It's not that I don't think he's the future. Right now, to close out a game, he doesn't make the same mistakes I'd have Byrne. That's just the coach in me saying that. Ross Byrne isn't as talented as this guy. He's not going in the future this guy has, but Ross Byrne has been a lot more big games and has closed out a lot more big games than this young man. And please, I do believe in him. It's not that he's playing bad. I just think the other one's better.
Your point is very clear. Anyone who misunderstands it is willfully misunderstanding it. Very quickly, because I want to go to Paris. You two, Byrne or Crowley on the bench if you were coaches for next Saturday?
It'd be Crowley with me. I think he's got the bottle to actually deliver under those circumstances. It would be a big ask for him.
Yeah.
But I do think he's. I don't know whether he's going to be Ireland 10 for years, but he has a quality about him. That means I don't think he would wilt under the pressure.
I'm not sitting on the fence, but if it's 10 minutes to close out a game, Ross Byrne. If it's 30, 35 minutes to come on, keep playing attacking rugby, we need to score tries, Crowley.
That makes it's an interesting point, yeah.
Two of them on the bench.
Let's go back to